Hello everyone, hope you're all okay and obviously having a good Easter weekend. I thought I'd jump on here really to discuss what I've been teasing over the last couple of weeks on social media about working on a new control unit. But to cut to the point really, I believe, or to my knowledge, this isn't yet being done in the UK. I know that our friends over in Australia are doing it. As with most things to do with a ute or a pickup, they are amazingly good and definitely the gurus in this field. But I'm talking about automatic gearbox tuning or remapping, so transmission control unit remapping, so extracting that information, doing something with that information and making the vehicle a lot more enjoyable to drive. So with a lot of research and development, lots of testing on my own truck, 2013 2.2 Auto. I've also got two very good customers of mine, both running 2016, 2017. They're running my transmission control unit remap along with engine control unit remap. One's a stage 1, one's a stage 2, so work very slightly differently. But I'm gonna do a short little video, give you as much information as I can, and hopefully it will answer all the questions that you have. But obviously feel free to get in touch if you do have anything else you'd like to discuss. Okay, so transmission control unit tuning. The process is very similar to engine control unit tuning. It's carrying out a diagnostics, extracting that certain control unit's information, manipulating it, rewriting its DNA so that it then performs in a different, and obviously in this case, a better way for a much nicer driving experience. Okay, so my honest opinion on the Ford Ranger automatic transmission is not overly great, to be honest. They're not very good from cold. You feel like you can't drive down the road freely. It feels like it's being suffocated. We get this slur in between gears where it doesn't feel like it knows where it needs to be. And then once you're up and going, again, changing up and down the gears, very confused. It's obviously aided slightly with the extra torque that you gain from an engine control unit remap. But to allow the transmission to know what to do with the added torque, it was probably going to be beneficial to have the engine control unit and the transmission control unit matching and working in unison so they know exactly what's going on. Okay, so I'm going to try and cover this quickly, but cover all bases. So we're going to have up to 25% faster shift time, so the gears are going to change that much quicker than they used to. We're going to have improved lockup, so that is, again, as I said before, locking into each gear and not doing this hesitation in between, all the way through the gearbox. Improved warm-up capabilities, so again, when you're starting up in the morning and you want to drive down the road, it's going to be much improved. And obviously you'll see a couple of reviews from the two customers that I was talking about earlier, one of which is Michael D'Souza. Again, as I said, very good customer of mine, a ex-mechanical engineer, and he's actually taken his gearbox apart because he unfortunately had a torque converter failure in the early days of ownership. He's been running this. He does about 70 miles a day round trip to work and back. And he's noticed a bit of a fuel consumption increase as well, because we're not losing drive, as I said before, from the engine to the rear wheels. It's direct drive now. It's selecting a gear and just going. These are the positives from it all. Just makes it a lot nicer to drive. So obviously I fully understand people may be asking or wondering whether there's going to be any adverse effects to their gearbox by having a transmission control unit tune or remap by myself. Simple answer is no. Very much like my engine control unit tuning, everything is kept within the parameters of what each component is capable of doing, and we're not pushing it any further than that. When you see vehicles that I have pushed further than that, they've got the hardware to back it up. So like with an engine, we're reducing air intake temperatures, exhaust gas temperatures, lots of live data logging, and then we can tune accordingly from there. The gearbox, there's nothing that's being pushed to the point where it's going to start causing problems. If anything, by reducing the slip through the torque converter, locking up those gears a lot better than what they were before, we're actually reducing the oil temperature inside the gearbox, meaning good results without causing any damage. Right, so I've tried to keep this as brief as possible to try and give you as much information for you to go ahead and make a decision as to whether you'd like to book in and have this work done. Hoping that I've covered all aspects. try to make it as understandable as possible without going too in depth of all the technical details. Bookings wise, go through the normal channels, so you can contact me through Facebook, through Instagram. There's the contacts page through the website as well. My phone number is everywhere, so you can call, text, ask me questions, whatever you need to do. As you well know, if you've been following me for a while, I travel up and down the country doing this. Goes out to everyone who's previously remapped by me. You can add this. It's a completely different it's a completely different control unit, so it can be remapped to work perfectly well with the engine control unit, which is already applied to your ECU by me. Again, if you're a new customer, if you're looking at having the engine and transmission control units remapped, they can both be done at the same time. I'm going to list all the prices. The prices on its own, in conjunction with the remap, there'll obviously be a little bit of a discount for you. But yeah, feel free to get in touch. I'm hoping that I've covered everything for you. If I haven't, if you've got more questions, get in touch. I'll answer anything for you any time of the day. The only time I don't answer the phone is whilst I'm working. Otherwise, whilst I'm driving, if I'm at home, I'm always working. So feel free to get in touch. Thank you for watching this video, if you've watched it all the way through, and let me know your thoughts.